welcome back to our channel. This is Imelda here, and I have Bella.
Hi!
And Leo's here too. He's just eating some breakfast.
Hi!
We have another scrapbook process video, and it is a 12 by 12 layout that I have created using the Felicity Jane Summer kit, as well as the Stuck Sketches, the sketch for July 15th, 2017. I will show you the sketch at the end. I didn't start off this layout thinking that I was going to use the sketch, but when I couldn't figure out what to do with these embellishments here at this point, that's when I decided, hey, I'm going to use the sketch. So to begin, so here's Bella. She's in the scrapbook room with me, and she wanted to say hello and
thumbs up.
Give a thumbs up. Remind you guys to give a thumbs up. So at this point here, I was trying to figure out where I wanted to put my embellishments and how I wanted my layout to go. As you can maybe see, I have a white paper background, and I am just going to go through the embellishment pack and try to figure out what I'm going to do. So I thought I wanted to do maybe some clusters and a couple of layers behind the photo, just kind of like what I did before. But when I was getting all the stuff out and trying to align some things, I thought maybe I wanted to do just a vertical line going up and down, maybe the middle, and then I remembered what the sketch looked like, so I wanted to go with that. So the sketch is basically a vertical strip of pattern paper down the right side, and the photo is supposed to be on the bottom, but I decided instead of doing just the pattern paper, I'm going to use the embellishments to make that vertical line going down my page. So I am going to pull out my summer kit, and there is the next one ready to go, and I am going to just go through some of the papers and see if there's anything else that I wanted to use. I do keep my embellishments on my desk in a little glass, the blue one that you saw there, just to keep it handy. So I'm going to arrange all my stuff. So there I'm just explaining to Bella the way that I want everything to go, because she had pointed and she said, why don't you put something over here? So I was just basically explaining to her that I wanted it all to stay to the right side of the page. And at this point I'm not thinking that I'm going to bring in any papers, but I'm just going to basically arrange my embellishments where I like them. She keeps pointing out, put this one here and put that one there, but there is a lot of that pink color, so I didn't want to put them all too close together, or all of them to the right or all of them to the left, so I did want to mix them up a little bit. It's funny when you try to make things look random, you kind of put a lot of thought into what color is going where. Oh, and she's tapping her fingers. I think she's making fun of me a little bit because I tap, tap, tap all the time.
No, but I'm helping you think.
So she's lending me some thinking power. So at this point here, I was thinking of maybe using the black and white polka dot paper, but I had previously gutted it before, so it's too small, and so I need to find a full sheet of paper. So I'm going to go through my papers from the kit, and I am going to settle on this faint chevron paper. It's got a kind of a gradient look to it, going from blue, pink, and yellow. So I'm just going to use the blue side with a little bit of the pink. So I'm going to trim that, and I'm going to put that under my embellishments.
Did you think that the pink and blue one looked better than the other side?
I did think that this looked better. That's why I chose it. So now I am going to just tuck it under and make sure that I like that. And I do, so I'm going to push everything to the side, and I am going to machine stitch down the center there, and boom, done. So I'm going to bring my photo back with some of the layers. I have used some of the Project Life cards that came with the kit. I don't do Project Life, so I usually just tend to use these as little layering pieces. So I'm going to mount that on that striped one, and then I'm going to layer the pink behind and the blue behind that. So just really quick, I do want to apologize if you hear any of the cutlery, maybe dishes clanking against each other. Like I said earlier, Leo is here and he's just having some breakfast. So he's just eating a bowl of cereal.
Lucky Charms.
He's having Lucky Charms because it's his favorite. So I'm going to bring in this little roll of tulle that I got on eBay, which I absolutely love. It is a white tulle with some black, I don't know what you would call it, maybe flocking or velvet or some sort of black soft polka dots on there. So I'm going to just trim that down to size and just layer that right behind my photo. And I'm going to pop my photo on some foam just to give it some dimension away from the layers and the tulle. And I'm going to adhere that. So I like the way that these layers are sitting, so I'm not going to pick it up and glue it and then risk maybe moving it around a little bit. So I am going to just staple it, and I'm going to do that with the tulle as well. I was thinking of gluing it, but I don't know how well that would stick just because it is such a small piece and it's really thin, so I am going to staple that as well. This tiny stapler comes in really handy. I like using the tiny staplers where you can see them, but it's also good for adding, sticking things together. So I am just going to put these embellishments back down, and again, like always, they end up in a different way than how I envisioned the first time. So I'm just going to trim this little card down here that says Happy Little Moments, which ends up being my title.
Hi.
So Bella was just, sorry, I got distracted. She was just pointing at my phone there. I am watching the Blue Jays. I made this video last night and they were playing. They won, so yay Jays. So at this point here, I'm going to have some trouble finding some of the pieces that I was looking for, which is probably partially why they end up in different places. Bella was kind of a little bit, what's the word, hyper, silly last night, and she kept coming over and kind of leaning on all of the stuff and then going away again and then going back to my mom's desk. So some of the stuff fell and I didn't realize that it had fallen until afterwards when I was looking for it, and then it was on the floor. So I didn't put it down until I realized it was gone. So again, I'm just going back to the randomness, or try to bring the randomness into the layout.
Yay!
Yay! So a little bit about this photo. This photo is Bella and I, obviously, and we are at one of my friends, my coworker's baby shower. This was probably in, I want to say May of this year. And since then she's had her baby, so her baby was born in late June, very end of June.
Oh, and that noise was The Simpsons.
Yeah, my phone just went off. I don't know if the microphone picked that up, but sorry about that if you heard it. I do play the Simpsons game, just some mindless tapping. So I'm going to go through the chipboard pack here, and I'm trying to decide what I want to use. Bella's beside me suggesting a whole bunch of stuff, and she wanted me to add in the sticker that says Good Times, but here I'm showing her that I already have a label that says Good Times. So she keeps pointing to the pink one that says,
I forget what it says.
the blue one says Favorite Photo, and the pink one, I forget what it says.
It says Mommy.
So I'm just explaining to her again that I don't want too too many of the same color right in the same spot. So I have punched out a heart
around my beautiful face.
I punched out a heart and I put it behind the tab that says this, just because I thought I wanted it to say love this, but I end up kind of tucking it a little too far behind where you can't really tell, but that's okay.
I put a heart in my beautiful face.
So she put a heart over her face because she, again, like I said, she was being really silly, and she wanted to be part of the video. So at this point, like I said before, I had lost a couple of pieces that had fallen on the ground, and this frame was one of them. I had hoped to put that maybe closer down to the bottom, and then when I found it, I realized that I had nowhere left to put it, so I wanted to maybe tuck it behind the photo. So I just, instead of pulling everything up, I just trimmed it to make it look like it's going behind the photo a little bit. And I'm going to stick it here just behind some of the tulle, and yeah, and I'm just going to add some of the little chipboard pieces and glue down just the tiny pieces like the stars and the little geo tags, yeah, and some of these little sunbursts. So after this part, I just go off camera and I glue down some black sequins. They're not part of the kit, they're just from my stash, and that will be basically the whole layout. So I'm just going to glue these little pieces down, and then I'll come back and show you. And then I do show you the sketch a little bit at the end, just off my phone, but I will provide the link down in the comment section, in the description, in case you wanted to check it out. So I want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining us on this Lay It Out Thursday with my Felicity Jane kit and my two little kiddos here. We would like to say thanks again for watching, and please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section if there's anything that you would like to see, any suggestions you may have, or anything that you want, anything that you think that I should maybe change of my videos. Maybe, I know I had got a comment last time about the lighting, so I hope this lighting is a little better. I have lightened the, I think it's called whatever, the exposure on the camera, as well as I have edited it to be a little lighter on my editing software. So let me know if this is a little better than it was before, and I hope that you enjoyed this video.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.